ELVIS Presley fan on keto. So I've just had some dinner. I had frankfurters, believe it or not. Yep, frankfurters are allowed on the keto diet, the carnivore diet. Some of you will say, oh, it's processed, blah, blah, blah. But trust me, you're better off eating processed meat than eating sugar. It's that simple. Now, I'm not saying processed meat is 100% great, because it won't be. But at least it's not sugar. At least you're not eating mouthfuls of sugar. Remember, even processed meat, it doesn't turn to sugar in your tummy. So I had frankfurters and I had 3 eggs, boiled eggs. That's all I've had today. Last night I had, what did I have? Oh yeah, lamb ribs and grapes. I had grapes as a dessert. The grapes isn't good because it's full of sugar. So we're on ELVIS Presley fan on keto. I think I get a bit more freedom on it. Now over on Defending Elvis, I'm trying to sort of move away from the drama a little bit. Because I do think that, how can I say it? The drama that we're getting on the Defending Elvis channel is deflecting us from actually doing what we want to do, which is defending Elvis, yeah? Defending Lisa, defending the bloodline. So if I've got something to say concerning how we're being treated, I think I'll say it on the other 2 channels. So whether it be here on ELVIS Presley fan on keto or on ELVIS Presley long lost footage. So I'm going to do a little small video on each. I haven't been on here for a few days. A lot of things have been distracting me this week. Not just, you know, our little dramatic Defending Elvis videos, live streams, but also obviously my poor lovely princess became suddenly overnight unwell and has gone to heaven, which is pretty weird. I choose to feel like Princess is still around, even though it was only yesterday. That's just sort of my mindset that helps me get through it, really, to be honest with you. It's not very nice, because obviously we've had Princess 16 years, so you guys are used to me walking Princess every day, really, aren't you? So you guys have become very familiar with my 2 dogs, with Louis walking 2 dogs. So I am going to do a dog walk today, which is going to be weird. I did do one yesterday. I didn't like it. I did my first dog walk without Princess. I didn't like it. I was upset, a little bit tearful. It felt very weird, but I need to get used to it, which I will. Ella is, I asked my wife yesterday, come on, what is the true age of Ella? She said 11 to 12. So she's an elderly dog as well, Ella. They're both Jack Russells. Obviously Ella was Princess's daughter. So don't worry about Ella, she hasn't changed at all. They weren't, how can I say it? Ella wasn't dependent on Princess. I think Princess loved Ella, but Ella was quite independent, always has been. Also, Ella lived away from Princess for about a year when she lived with Aurora's mum. So there was a sort of independence with Ella. So please don't worry about Ella. It's made no difference to how she is. Even the kids, believe it or not, they did the crying actually Tino just finds the whole thing interesting and amusing. He doesn't really understand. He just sees it that Princess, you know, in case you don't know my show, guys, we're talking about my dogs, my Jack Russells. Tino, who is 5, just sees it like, almost like Princess has gone on holiday to heaven. So Tino's fine. He hasn't been affected at all. Yasmin, who is 8, she has been affected. She cried a lot when she got ill, and then she cried a lot after she passed away. But today, you would not know, you know, she woke up today, Yasmin, as if nothing has happened. So, you know, kids, they see the world differently, don't they? They see the world differently. So me and the wife are gutted. It only happened yesterday, so I don't think it's hit us properly yet, but we'll be fine. Unfortunately for the wife, she had a meal yesterday in a cafe, in a restaurant, and they'd given her a dodgy something, sausage or bacon, and she woke up being sick with a really bad stomachache. So 100% whatever she ate didn't agree with her, so she's having a day in bed because of it. I just spoke to her 2 minutes ago. She said, oh, I just starting to feel slightly better. So whatever she's eaten is working its way through her, and she has been sick a few times, but you know, so. The world of Louis, nothing to do with Elvis. Anyway, let's talk about the carnivore quickly. I'm still doing the carnivore diet, keto. If any of you don't know my show, I was very unwell a couple of years ago. I had ulcerative colitis, a very, very bad case of it. I was all steroided up with steroids to try and reduce the inflammation. It didn't work. It made me more unwell. This prednisolone steroid actually made me worse. You would get the initial thing where once you first take it, it would reduce inflammation, but then the inflammation I found would get worse. So steroids were never going to fix me. For over 10 years, I had to accept the fact that I had serious colon problems. Couldn't really leave the house before 11:30, yeah. And then I just learned to live that way. I got used to it. I never liked it. I wouldn't even say it was painful. It wasn't painful. It was just a weird thing that I had to learn to live with. It was embarrassing. If you didn't know me personally, you would never know I had it. I kept it very quiet, very private. So there's no way, not for a second, did I think that when I was trying to lose weight, because ultimately the reason I went on carnivore diet and keto diet was to lose weight. So in case you don't know, if you're new to this channel, I eat fatty meat and eggs, salt water. Now, because I've been on this diet for a while, I have introduced a bit of fruit, some peanuts, but I'm pretty strict on this diet. Every now and then I may have a bag of chips or an ice cream, but generally 99% I'm quite strict. I mainly eat pork chops, lamb ribs, steaks, eggs, cheese, omelets, prawns, fish. You know, I'll have things like, I don't mind having like, coleslaw or a small salad, but I do think that when you first start on this diet, I do think you should be quite strict. I do think you should, for the first month, I do believe in fasting. Fasting is very, very good for you. So I do think for the first month, eating once a day, especially if you have health problems, if you're type 2 diabetes, if you've got colon issues like ulcerative colitis, IBS, all the stomachy, I've got ulcerative colitis, Crohn's, that kind of stuff. I do believe that a 24-hour fast, eating one large meal a day, completely stopping rice, pasta, bread, potatoes, starchy carbs, completely stopping sugar, cakes, donuts, cereals, completely stopping cereals. Cereals are not good for you. You definitely don't need breakfast. This thing where people are told cereals are good for them, it's just bullshit. It's not good for you. You don't need them. And you will, seriously guys, if you go strict on the carnivore diet or the keto diet, look up Dr. Ken Berry or Dr. Anthony Chaffee. Dr. Ken Berry or Dr. Anthony Chaffee on YouTube. They're the only people you really need to watch. There's loads of great people, great doctors that proudly boast about the carnivore diet, the keto diet. There's a lot of proof and evidence now that carnivore diet reverses type 2 diabetes, fixes autoimmune illnesses, fixes gut issues and high blood pressure, high blood sugars, all that kind of stuff. Makes you feel younger, makes you look younger, restores your energy levels to how you were when you were a teenager. So Dr. Ken Berry, Dr. Anthony Shaffi, they're going to fix your life, guys. If you want to feel great again and forget your age, do this diet, carnivore diet, keto diet, and you won't regret it. You won't regret it. It's the best decision I ever made. I'm 58 on July 10th. 58. Now, I know that I don't look like a 20-year-old, but I tell you what, I don't think I look like I'm about to turn 58. So I had quite a large stomach, and it's gone. I've still got a tiny stomach, but nothing like I had. My stomach was like a bowling ball. So that's gone. I do exercise a little bit. I don't exercise a lot. I try and run every other day, just a mile and a half. I literally only do about 25 minutes weightlifting every other day. I do a lot of walks. I love walking. Like today I'll do 2 or 3 walks. I'll probably walk between 3 and 5 miles a day, but I do love walking. I know that some of you find it difficult to do those kind of walks. I love it. It feels like no effort to me to go for a long walk. So I'm walking along here now. This is beautiful. Behind me is the M5 motorway. I'm in southwest UK near Bristol. So I know that what people think when you first discuss the carnivore diet, eating once a day, cutting out all of the foods that you're used to, like just like pastas and chips and burgers and pizzas and just the general food that we're all eating. A lot of us think is actually good for us. That it is actually not good for you. The recommended balanced diet that is promoted in every country, it ain't good for you. Yeah, most of the foods that are recommended that we eat are not good for us. People don't realize it. The foods that are good for us, like meat and eggs, a bit of salt, and the fat on the meat, is actually, we're told not to eat it. We're told to eat less meat, less eggs. It's bullshit. We're told that cholesterol is really bad for us. It ain't. Cholesterol's good for you guys. It's good for you. Your body even makes cholesterol. Never think eating meat will cause you any harm. It won't. Never think a bit of salt, some eggs will cause you any harm. It's good for you. Now, I am proof of the success because I have been on this diet getting on to 2 years now. I've never looked back. I've never regretted it. I've never thought, oh, I'll go back to how I used to eat. The way I used to eat before was very simple. I would get out and have a breakfast. Then I'd probably snack again after breakfast. Maybe a bit of toast or some biscuits. Then I'd have lunch, something, I don't know, jacket potato, a sandwich. Then I'd snack again. Then at tea time I'd have a big meal. Spaghetti or pizza, or burger and chips, or a large meal. Then I would snack again. I'd go to bed. I'd get up, I'd snack again. I thought cereals were good for me. They're not. Cereals are really bad for you. We've been conned into thinking that cereals are good for us. They are not. They turn to sugar. They're not good for you. We've been tricked into thinking that fruit is good for us. It's not good for you guys. Sweet fruits are very fattening. Too much fruit can give you fatty liver. Now, yes, there are some vitamins in fruit, but your body struggles to absorb these vitamins, whereas with meat, with steak, beef, that is full of all the goodness you could ever want, fat, like vitamins, minerals, fatty acids, and lots more in meat. And your body loves absorbing meat. It loves it. You give your body meat and eggs, it will nourish itself. lovingly with these foods. You give your body lots of vegetables and lots of fruits, it struggles. It struggles. For a start, it will make you sit on the toilet all day because it creates a lot of waste. But it struggles to get the goodness out of these things. We're tricked into thinking salad is really good for us. People binging on salad and fruits, thinking it's making them better. It doesn't. Your body was naturally designed through evolution, through nature, to absorb fatty meat, eggs, salt, water. That is its default mode. We can eat the fruits and the vegetables and vegetation. But when it's scarce, that is the point of carbs, I think. In scarce times, imagine you're in, it's 100,000 years ago, and there's no animals to kill or scavenge, because we are natural scavengers. So then we would turn to the vegetation that was around hundreds of thousands of years ago, and we would eat that. But the food that we naturally absorb and love was always the fatty meat, the eggs, even the bones. The fat is an essential part of what we eat. People think fat is disgusting. Ooh, how can you eat fat? Fat is very good for you. Fat gives you energy. In the same way as sugar will give you energy, fat will give you energy. Also, fat will keep you full. People don't know this. So people say to me, how do you manage to only eat once a day or twice a day? It's because the fat in the meat keeps you satiated and keeps you feeling full. Keeps you feeling full. So you don't get the urges to binge, to snack, to eat ultra-processed crap, to eat biscuits, chips, Doritos, French fries, cakes, donuts, all the stuff that is literally poisoning your body. When you eat fatty meat, I would say once or twice a day maximum. You can swap and change the meats around. You can introduce prawns and fish. You can have cheeses, stuff like that. But when you eat the food that your body loves to nourish, you won't feel hungry. It massively reduces your hunger, and then your weight starts to fall off. It is a very quick way to lose weight. I was losing 7 pounds a week when I did this carnivore diet. Many do. We've had many successes on our Elvis Presley Fan on Keto channel. Even one person losing as much as 50 pounds. But don't forget, you don't just lose weight. You fix your body. You cure your body. You reverse type 2 diabetes. You get rid of pre-diabetes. You lower your blood pressure. You lower your blood sugars. Your energy comes back to you. You feel young, you feel youthful, your skin starts to smooth out. Remember, I am 58 in July, so my skin is not that of a 58-year-old man. You see, yeah, we're gonna go grey. We ain't changing that, but it can actually reduce growing grey. One of the standout things for me when it comes to regaining my energy levels, because my energy levels were terrible, yeah, is that it never goes away. As long as I stick to the carnivore diet, my energy levels are boosted every day. I look forward to getting up. I look forward to the day ahead. I love life, and I completely forget my age. I don't know my age. I don't know my age. And that is the miracle of the carnivore diet, the keto diet, is you do forget your age. Like my wife is 42. I'm 57. I never see the age difference between me and my wife. I would say I have more. Hi, Joanne. I'm going to go over to long lost footage now. Joanne, I'm going over to long lost footage now. Elvis Presley long lost footage, our other channel. I would say that my energy levels are better than my wife's. My wife's not on carnivore keto. She does do it a bit. So, guys, I highly recommend the carnivore diet, the keto diet. I've been on it more or less 2 years now, and there's no going back for me. I absolutely love it. It has completely changed my life. I now love life. Okay, guys, I am gonna go over to Elvis Presley long lost footage in 1 minute.